Hey y'all, Craig with the Bickhams and here at Small Town Wreath Shop. Y'all, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I know this kind of sort of looks like our bigger wreaths, but it's on a Dollar Tree frame, y'all. So this is something new that I'm trying to see if I can get it to turn out as pretty as I want. So I hope it does. So we've used the poof method on a Dollar Tree frame with 12 chenille stems put on, just like my waffle wreaths have. And it looks okay right now. We're going to be making some curls. We're going to double curl with this green and with the burlap strip or the thread in it. And we're going to be using some yellow and cream for some cruffles. We're going to use some really pretty lemon on top of this raised check or raised stitched yellow 2.5 inch. And this is the sign. We're going to use the little Farmer's Market lemonade, fresh lemonade sign. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some value out of this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, y'all. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Let's get started. Alright, y'all. So we've got our base made. We've got our chenille stems tied on our 4 holes on our sign. These holes come already made. These holes, we actually punch these holes ourselves with the 1.5 millimeter jewelry punch from Hobby Lobby. Very simple to, punch your holes in your little metal signs. This is an 8-inch round. So we're going to be tying that on right there in the middle. Now today on this one, y'all, we're going to be using the yellow and cream in 10.5 inch by 10 yard roll. We're going to cut them at about 18 inches a piece. We're going to need 12 of those to go on each tie. Well, we're going to do 6 first and do the outside. We'll start seeing how the inner part looks because the sign's going to be on top of a lot of it. And we're also going to be using some curls. I picked this this green with the burlap little threads in it to make the curls. The curls are cut at 10 inches. So I just cut them at 10 inches, y'all. You just roll it up kind of tight. I'm just showing y'all this one. So you just roll them up kind of tight. I had to cut 24. I actually cut 25, and hold it with a clip. I used a little, just a little clothespin clip, and then you grab another one, roll it up, stick them together, make a little cross, like so. And I just use the clips to hold them together. So we've already got all of those made. So that's where that's going to go. I'm trying to keep this wreath a little bit smaller and a little bit more economical than our big wreaths. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for. It's not going to be as poofy as our big ones, but it's not going to be as flat as our waffle wreath, our pancake style wreaths either. But we're going to give it a shot, and I know it's going to come out super cute. I just hope the size is what I'm looking for. So I've got to get this mesh cut. Like I said, we're going to be cutting this at 15 inches, or 18 inches, I'm sorry. We're going to cut them in 18-inch strips. So let's stick this over here for now. I'm going to use my little rotary cutting tool. And we're just going to bring it out here. And we're going to make sure you're straight on the end of your mesh there. And we're going to cut them at 18 inches, and we're going to need 12 of these to make sure we got enough coverage to get some of that pretty yellow on top of that pretty burlap. So we're going to cut 12 of these at 18 inches, and we will be right back after I get everything cut. Alright, y'all, so we got all the cruffles cut. We're going to start putting them in. We're going to do the outer 6 first, and we're just going to kind of see how things kind of start to fall together. All I do when I make my cruffles, y'all, is we just roll up on the ends. I just roll it up like I'm making my curls 2 or 3, 4 times. Hold it, flip it, and get the other end. 2, 3, and then just scrunch them together across the middle, and then just grab them like so, and then just go in with them. I think I've told y'all, Melissa, she turns hers upside down for some reason. I don't really know why. But just make sure to get pretty tight. Make sure they turn, because we're going to be coming back on top of this with those curls. So let's hope that we get it to look like we want it. If we don't, it's okay. It's okay. But I figured I would just come hang out with everybody, see if we could get a little cute wreath made in a little bit different design than I'm used to doing. You know, trying to make another price point. You know, a little bit affordable, not kind of like a mid-range. You know, not quite as like the waffle wreath, but not like our big wreaths either. Because it doesn't have as many ties. This only has 12 ties, where our regular work forms have 18. So you get more, of that on that regular the raised work form, the 15-inch. So all right. So let me get all these cruffles made and get them on, and I'll be right back, and we'll start taking a look what it looks like. Alright, so now we got our cruffles in, and you can tell how you can still see all the burlap mesh through it. So now we're fixing to get ready to come on top with the curls. And we're going to be putting the green. Now I'm going to try to see if I can put these in where they'll overlap across that. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we're going to see. We're going to see. Now I may actually have to add on to these outside ones, or untie. Let's see if I can untie. See if we can untie and shove that down on top of that and still have enough room. Oh yeah, I think that's going to work. So we still got to have enough room to tie our ribbon tails. I think I want the ribbon tails to run like this. So we're going to kind of leave the curls like that. So we got, thank y'all for the roses, y'all. Thank y'all. So just take your time. Some of these are longer than others. So if they're longer, I'm just going to go with it. And I can pull it down enough. That one I think I must have, no I didn't. It's right. I thought I didn't tie it like the other one. So just figure out which way you want to get them curls to lay. And we're going to put them curls, we're going to put it at least on the outside, and we're going to see how much the sign takes up. The sign might take up too much of it, and we'll play it by ear like that. And see how that works. So alright, so let me finish getting all these curls in, and we'll be right back. Alright y'all, so now we got all of those curls in. We got the green curls in, and you can see it does look a little bit wonky. It looks like somebody got some hair curlers in their hair, and they are going all over. But we're going to be covering, but that's cute too. We're going to be covering up a lot of this with the sign and with all these ribbon tails that we're fixing to put in. So let's get this little sign tied on. Let me find my little yarn needle. I was digging in this drawer earlier, y'all. Anybody else have a junk drawer? Sure. So where did there it is. It's hiding from me. Trying to get my little yarn needle. So I can go through this mesh. Let me go through this mesh. So I'm gonna move it over to the side. Same thing. Go kind of straight down. Kind of need to go in a little bit. Angle it back and go underneath that first little. And watch your little curls. We don't want him. We want him to still kind of come up a little bit. Kind of get it in the middle. Get everything straight. Get a little bit of pressure on it. Not too much. Just a little bit. Pinch it. And then get the tying. So just get the wrapping. Wrap it about 5 or 6 times you can, you know, 4 or 5. Wrap it good and tight around that one bar. We'll come back and we'll tie it on at the end. Alright, so we got that one. So let me get these other ones done, and when the sign's done and we start cutting tails, I will be right back. Alright, so we got the sign tied on now. As you can see, it's going to be super cute with that little lemon sign, that lemonade sign in there. It does look real natural, y'all. Real natural looking. It's got all these curls poking out all over the place. So now we're going to get some color going. Let me make sure that's not on. Now we're going to get, this is the ribbon that we're going to use. We're keeping it simple. 2.5 inch with the 1.5 inch lemons. It does have a little bee and some daisies on it. On top. I think it's going to work out really good. I was going to cut them a little shorter, but I think I'm still just going to cut them at the 13 inches that we normally do. I think that's going to be fine. They may have even been good a little longer, because I might could cover more like I want to. So we're going to need 12 of each of one of these. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this is some really pretty raised stitched. I guess it'd be close to like a sun yellow, lemon yellow. It's pretty though. So Melissa's favorite color is yellow. That's why I think she really likes the lemons and bees. She absolutely does. But our day's been pretty laid back today. Pretty laid back. That one there, he's gonna get cut off. Alright, so we got 12 of them. Let's get 12 of these going. And then we'll get some dovetails cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't believe that one actually stayed on the table. The big rolls usually roll off. Go flying everywhere. Just pull. This is the ribbon tail boards that we use to cut from Miss Jenny Sanchez from Wood Bits and Pieces. If you're interested, they work really good. Really lightweight. Sometimes you can use I use the 4-in-1 bow maker sometimes, where you can measure off your stuff. My kids really can't believe that I do this. You know, that we're doing this for a living now. They don't know. They kind of don't know what to think about it. They've been around long enough to see us doing it, you know. But I still think they're kind of like, I can't believe Mom and Daddy does this, you know. All right. So now we're going to lay them on top of each other. And we're going to fold them. And we're going to get them cut. 45'd up. Get your pretty little dovetail going. This is just the way I like to do it. Some people just take them all and they cut them all you know, more than. I just don't like cutting too many at a time. It just, every time, I don't know what it is. Whenever I cut too many at a time, the dovetails get all kind of wonky. So I just take my time and just cut me, you know, a few. Cut me 2 at a time. That way I get them kind of the same length. Everything comes out pretty neat. You know, it comes out pretty straight. That's the OCD in me that tends to do that. This is going to be some cute ribbon now. I just hope it fills in enough on it that I'm happy with it. So, I got a lot to cut, so let me cut these dovetails and we'll be right back. Alright, So we got everything cut 13 inches. We got everything dovetailed just like so. So now we're going to start putting them in. So I just unfold them, and where that crease is where it folded, I just accordion across it right down through the middle just like so. Makes like a little bow tie. And we're going to start on the outside. Now I'm going to try to get these things turned where we can start really filling in and taking up some of these blank spots that I see. That way we can cover. So I'm just going to twist a little bit. I'll come back and we'll cut all these chenille stems off. And I'm probably going to do my X. So we're going to bring one down, one up on both sides, and we're going to keep them across each other. That way they make a kind of like an X is what I call it. This is all wired ribbon, so just work with it until you get it laid and, you know, bent just like you want it. I'm kind of a stickler at how my ribbon looks. Just like so. So it makes kind of like an X. You know, you can see one goes across the other. And we'll be coming back working on top of them, you know, because we're going to put one on each tie. And I think it's going to fill in really nice. So we're just going to work around on the outside first. And then we're going to jump up to that top. I'm just twisting just a couple times. This time I think I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to run my 2.5 inch up, my 1.5 inch down. And my 1.5 inch up. And my 2.5 inch down. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned that, when I picked out the stuff for this, I'm using stuff that we had open. We had the green, we had two pieces of roll, so I got that. So we're using up product that we had already made some stuff with, that we had left over, that I needed to use in something. So instead of opening up all new product, I did open the yellow. The burlap, we already had 2 pieces of 21 inch burlap open for the poofs, and I was able to use both of those rolls to get everything in. So it's another good way to use up some of your supplies that you might have. You know, if you like us, you make stuff, you know, then you start to get stuff laying around that you've already used, and it's like, well, I might not have enough of this to use in that wreath, but maybe I can use it in some other way. So just continue making your X's all the way around. This is some really pretty yellow ribbon, y'all. I like that yellow raised stitched. I really do. Just like so. And we're going to get everything in, and we'll be right back. Alright. So we got all the tails on, y'all. I think it turned out really super cute. Now it's gotten full. It's gotten really full, so it's filled in all of those. That one here needs to be bent. All those gaps that I was kind of worried about. So we got enough ribbon tails on it now that it turned out super cute, y'all. Super cute. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be that medium price point. Not gonna be that big upper price point. So I hope y'all enjoy this and maybe give it a try on a Dollar Tree frame, y'all. Made a really pretty summer wreath. I'm proud of it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to our With the Bickhams channel. I'm Craig with the Bickhams, and we'll see you next time.